Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Software Inc. It's been a while. I had some computer issues, and that required me to do a lot of work to try and get it fixed. So what ended up happening was my hard drive failed, and then the SATA cable actually frayed, and so I had to replace the SATA cable and get a new hard drive, so it's been a long process, but needless to say, I've learned a lot more about coding than I had in the past. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and get back into our game. It'll take me a little bit to remember what the world we were doing. And, there we go, now we're nice and loaded. Okay, so it looks to me like he is cracking away through the first year, and he's not got a whole heck of a lot of cash here, but that's okay. I'm going to go ahead and minimize another window that you guys can't see, but I can, so just bear with me one moment. Okay, there we go. And, okay, so let's see. So he's going to go ahead and get cracking away. Look at that. So it looks to me like we can consider fairly shortly, because I believe when we left off, we were putting some funds into our insurance account, so that was generating some cash, a small amount of it. So here it looks like we have no royalties. We made about $22,000 in contracts. We're making $84 here on interest, so that's not too bad. Ooh, I always get that escape key, like, I've just hit that so many times. I had a few moments to actually take a look through the new items in the game, and there's actually quite a few of them, and I really like that, so I'm super pumped. While he is going to sleep, let's go ahead and skip to the next day. I'm glad that they finally implemented something like that. It was quite tedious. Let's go ahead and take a look at his skills and see if he's got if he's developing well, and it probably is. So this is something you can actually check out, and you can see how everyone's kind of doing. So he's a little bit more stressed. He likes working. He'll take any job. His work effectors, I'm not sure what that means. His name is Rossetti. His ideal salary is none, because he's never going to get paid. His state, he's 100% satisfied, because he'll always be. And so these guys will go up over time. So over time, he'll get really good at this stuff, just by the nature of him being basically on every single project, and he never takes a vacation. So as time goes on, it's important to sort of keep an eye on him. As you can see, we're running out of days, and so we got to do the mini games here to just sort of spoot things. Spoot things? Oh, God. Spoot things along. I don't even know what accent that is, but it was a terrible one. So we're just going to do a little bit of this. I don't want to do a heck of a lot, because this is probably the least entertaining thing to watch on YouTube. Next to, of course, other YouTubers. And I kid. I'm sure some of you guys are wonderfully entertaining. Actually, many of you are. I'm just full of shit. Anyway, so let's... that's good enough for now. One thing that I could do is I could probably hire somebody to come in and clean. We'll just call it cleaning and get you guys in. And we'll get support in that, just for good measure. When we get this done, because we're in our second month, we don't want to spend too much cash on that, but that's just sort of what we want to do. We want to also put in a few $1,000s, because the sooner and faster we get some cash inside those reserves, the faster and faster they'll grow. It just kind of makes good sense. And then what I'll do is I'm going to probably build out, and I can't remember what I was talking about last time, put in some windows. This is just enough to get the first few employees. And I think if I recall last time, I said I was going to hire another employee at the end of the next episode. So I will try and do that today. I'll try and get that through in this episode. Because the early part of the game, I have to say, is quite a drag. And develop. I like to overdevelop to some extent. This is a pretty fun minigame. And if you watch over here, you'll see select, static, byte. Alright, good enough. So yeah, he flew through this in a day compared to the previous stuff. Yeah, so let's just go ahead and give him... oh, we're going to actually have to work on that overnight. So, okay, bear with me, guys. Select. Double. Interface. Order. Distinct. Distinct. Break. Class. Virtual. Public. Tag. Interface. Continue. Hash. Okay, and in other news on my side of the world, while we're just waiting for him to get this first thing done, because we're going to start making decisions about the kind of work he'll be taking on, because I think with this contract completed on its last day, I'm hoping, actually, we're going to give him the extra boost from the percentage. Begin in void string interface float, go away, promote, debug, fix your bugs, great. Look around at all your bugs, no bugs, excellent, release. So we made $7,000 on that, not a great amount of cash, but that's okay. I think at this point, I'm going to risk it for the biscuit and add in one more person. So we're just going to go ahead and duplicate this table, put that there. We're also going to try and increase some of the productivity by including things like, let's go to our office furniture, go to canteen, we'll add a food generator. Then they can never leave the office. It'll be so good for them. This guy, we don't need that piece of furniture. We do, however, need another desk. So let's go over to our... Oh, interesting. I never noticed that the room function option. Cool. I will have to play with that more. If you hold shift when you're placing items, you can place multiple items. So if you're wondering how I just did all that really quickly, it's just habituation of doing that. I've practiced a lot. We're going to go ahead and give them a bit of coffee and a clock. You know, it's always nice to know when you have to go in and out of work. And since it's been quite the dark little place, let's go ahead and give them a nice double window there, and there you can see what you're not having. Awesome. So, okay, so this is going to actually, we're going to move this over here. This is going to become his desk now. So you can assign furniture. Set as default style, move furniture, and we'll actually do, where is the assign furniture? Furniture color, select furniture, type of room. Maybe it's the desk? Is it? Oh hell, it doesn't really matter. It's fine, I don't really care all that much. Just duplicate that, drop that there. Whoever comes in early, they'll sit there, it doesn't matter. Okay. So, now he's got some more stuff. Let's go ahead and pick up the next contract and see what we're going to actually make. Because we don't want to overdo ourselves. So it looks like an art piece. Since I haven't really had any feedback from anybody, art is pretty good stuff, but programming is a little bit better of a skill set to consistently build on. We're going to do this one. Yes. Go ahead and dismiss this. Yes, that's fine. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started on that. I got 4 days left. I'll probably hit that goal pretty easily. Yeah, I hit that in a day. Develop. Let's go ahead and move through. Ooh, my God. Alright, pause. Pause. I forgot all my hotkeys. Okay, so since we really flew through that, we're going to go ahead and start on another contract simultaneously. We'll assign that to him. And we will change the priority on this one quite a bit higher since we've got some time here anyway. Okay, so let's move on and promote this. So I should get just enough work. Oh, there we go. Good tea. If you're wondering what I'm drinking, it's So Passion. I think that's how you pronounce it. I'm not sure. I'm terrible with pronunciations. What did see, they always just drop to the first place. But now he's got coffee in him, so he should be really, really efficient today. So go ahead and release. Look at that. So 10 grand. Let's go ahead and dump some more money into insurance. We've got the money, so go ahead and deposit that. We don't need a whole lot in our bank. We don't need a whole lot right here for now. So it looks like our total worth is 50 grand. Not bad. Insurance is the bulk of it. It looks like we don't have any loans. We don't have any stocks because we don't have any cash for either of those things. We may end up investing in another company in this game because we've got some folks who are still very new and they haven't been producing anything. So these guys, well, let's see who's got the least amount of cash. Stab Tap. Their stock is coming in at 1.7 million. Jesus. Okay. I don't think I can work. Oh, is anyone here even? Oh shit. Okay. All right. So it looks to me like I've got a long way to go. And I will need to actually hire somebody. So this is their monthly salary. So that means I need to produce at least one contract a month. We're going to go ahead and have him specialize in 2D. And we're going to interview on as many pieces as we can. So that'll cost me $8,000. So when he finishes this contract, we will go ahead and hire a 2D designer or 2D programmer. And then we will start working on our first actual product while we move through building out some contracts to basically pay for his salary. So if we can get this guy done, and let's take a look really quick while that's running. So he should complete that this day, I'm hoping. And if not, then I'll just go ahead and plug through the bastard. I'll plug through the minigame and just make up the difference. The CEO comes in late at night, makes up the difference. Isn't that fun? So in business school, this is never supposed to happen. But if you're in a startup, this could happen. So if you decide to do a startup, you may very well yourself do this at night. Maybe not this bullshit, but something to the effect of coming in at midnight to watch over your one employee so that way they meet their deadlines. Okay, so let's go ahead and develop that. And we're going to go ahead and plug this along here for a moment. Public union. We'll do 12 of these. I'll put it at like 15%. Private, long, and oh fuck. Oh, and hash private. Ooh. Well, 15 or not. Either way, we're at 10%. That's enough to speed him along, so that'll be fine. So it looks like we paid our electric bill. And our reputation here is increasing. We have no market recognition, but we are getting increasing values there. When we've got this next guy in, things will move quite a bit faster. But we just need to go ahead and complete this contract. And to speed things along, I will stick through this, unfortunately. So I will try and do my best to talk and type, which is extremely difficult for me. I am not a dual tasking typer by any means. So if I don't make any sense, blame the switch. Blame the task at hand. So if you're good at this, I'd like to see you talk and play this minigame. Okay, he's at 65%. He's got 1 day. I think he could do it in a day. I'm not going to try and do that again. Okay. So, because if he doesn't, oh shoot, I'm going to go ahead and, I'm lying. I keep lying. I'm underestimating the scale of the problem. Array, string, and G. Good. Oh shoot. Let me take a look at his hours. Manage teams, his hours departure. You're going to leave a hell of a lot later. Sorry, buddy. Alrighty, so it looks like, okay, now I got my keys back to where they need to be. Alright, so fixed a bug. Look at that, see? You got a bug. Go ahead and release that. That's enough cash. I'm going to pause here. I'm going to pause here. What the world? Okay, if any of you know what the pause key is, that would be great, because I cannot figure it out. Okay, so we need to pay for him pretty quickly. So he costs $5,000 a month and $8,000 pretty much right away. So we're going to go ahead and accept this contract. Requirements, ooh, maybe, let's take a look. Which one's easier? Good, bad, this one. So if you look over here, it says required quality, and then upfront $950, and then when done that, it's saying that basically this is a one-person job. This is saying it's a one-person job. You pretty much meet it right on the nose. This one is saying it requires good, but these are all one-person jobs. But since I'm going to be bringing on another person, I want to sort of train them pretty darn quickly. So I'm not going to do too much work. We're going to basically just fly through all this. I'm going to hire him today. He'll be a programming 2D with a mega salary. And we're going to go ahead and begin looking. One of the interesting things I've found playing this game is that hiring, I just go with compatibility, and I find the most amazing. And compatibility sorted first, followed by then good grades, and so on and so forth. And then I try and find young folk, because these guys will retire. So he's got 20 years or so with me. I'm not too concerned about the fact that he's an optimistic flirt. This guy's like perfectly qualified for this, 100%. And he has basically no career time. This guy's a little younger, and he's not as capable, and so we're gonna go ahead and say this guy or compatible, not capable. So the compatibility factor is pretty damn high. But we're just gonna go ahead. You have limited funds saying, yeah, I do, because so he's gonna crack away at that. And we're also going to develop software. Our first thing, I think we're going to make a 2D. Don't want to do games. Audio tools can be pretty lucrative. If you hit it off right, just right, at the right times, you can really, really do well. So let's take a look. Or we could do content management system. Or office software. We can't do office software because we need artists and designers. Operating systems, we need a lot of folks. 2D editor. Okay, we'll call this NARS or N dot 2D 1. N2. Yeah, we'll do N2. No. NARS 2D 1. I hope that works. SCM, we're going to do pixel manipulation and QA. No, we're not. We're not going to do any of that. So this will, without any marketing, without anything like that, we're going to go $79.99. We just need to get a product out there that we can build off of. This will probably flop, and that's not a problem because we don't have any designers and we only have, please select one or more operating systems. Okay. Active users. Yeah, Pen OS. We're going to go on you. Actually, which was released the most recently? So you could be growing. So what'll happen is there'll be, let's see, details. 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 They're all shrinking markets. Holy shit, that license cost. Whew. Actually, we can't do this because we don't have enough money for a license cost. Okay, so actually we're going to go ahead and just backpedal all that, and we're going to build on, or throw on another contract. Go ahead and throw that on. And we'll go ahead and chomp through all of those if we can. So hopefully we'll be able to do 2 contracts at a time. Make basically within a couple of days all the money we need, so that way we can continue to hire employees. I don't think he's gonna like staying for 10 hours, but we'll make him stay 10 hours. Why not? We're a startup. He'll understand. He's got coffee. What could you possibly want when you've got coffee? Let's go ahead and get a cleaning guy in here. And some maintenance and some IT support. That's just a good sock of money. We'll throw away. Oh, and let's go ahead and develop that and develop that. And we'll move forward. Let's see if we can get these guys done. And it looks like we will. So we're going to take out another embedded contract and get another alarm clock going. And we'll just take that on, moving. So yes, so it looks like we could do almost 3 of these a day, or 3 of these, and we'll stagger them. So that way we can pay for him. So that one just started. So we're going to go ahead and having trouble concentrating due to noise. Build cubicles. Okay. And we're going to add in one more. One more. And we'll go ahead and plop in some cubicles to make life a little better. So let's see. Let's go to furnish. Room. So office. So the cubicle wall aspect is super damn cool. I really like that because it just changes the entire dynamic of how you think about your offices. And I'm not sure when they implemented it, but I really like that. I really like the cubicle walls. It's just, I think it's fun. Oh, there you are. Makes for an ugly environment, but that's okay. And then we'll just go ahead and plop that there and put that there. There we go. So that should hopefully, it makes it look a little bit much, but it gives everybody a break from each other. Okay, let's go back into this and let's plug along for the day. So these guys should finish. Promote. And release. And promote. Excellent. Now we're starting to get some cash. Cool. And release. Now let's go to another contract. Let's try something a little bit more difficult. We've got 1 month. It needs an artist. That could actually push us a little much. I'll wait till tomorrow to do that. Let's take our cash. And we're going to go ahead and put in 20,000 of it. Because we've got 18,000 right here. And let's move forward through the day. So see, hiring the one guy just makes a world of difference. And then we'll get into managing teams and putting together more complex stuff. And develop that. And so as you can see here, my business reputation is increasing. I'm not failing my contracts, and I'm actually meeting and exceeding design specifications for a large majority of them. So that's good. Let's take a look at our monthly profits, our contracts. You see here, we've increased quite a bit. Let's go ahead and zoom out. This is our entire timeline. We've had just a few months of business. I'm heading to bankruptcy. Oh no! It's largely because I have this giant amount of money for a hire and then a salary cost. But we are making $261 in just interest, so that's awesome. And that's just with one hire and a few contracts, so it's amazing what you can do. All right, an embedded, let's see, logistics application. Accept this work, get that into us. Game assets. This is 2 months. $18,000. It's not worth it. Logistics application, command line, horrible. 11 grand. We're going to go for you. Yes. We can get all that done. We're going to go ahead and prioritize this guy. And come on, finish. 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 Develop. So then, this guy is just an easy peasy little one. So you notice that it's the priority here, as it's sort of staggering through these guys, it's divided. Develop that. Okay, great. So we're actually going to get through this one and that one tomorrow, which gives us plenty of time, actually, for pretty much everything we need. So go ahead and do all that, and buff, done. So promote you, get through all the bug fixing, release, and release. And we need to bring on some new contracts. So let's bring on the embedded system. And we're going to go ahead and well, let's bring that one on to, we'll see what happens. Everyone's got to train eventually in pretty much everything. So this was the easiest 11 grand I think I've ever made. So $60,000 and there we're at 35,000. So let's put in 18, which gives us 80. So we want 20 more thousands in there, and then we'll stop putting money in there, and then we can move on with our lives. But okay, so let's go ahead and get a little bit more of that done. Develop this. All right, moving on. Oh, grind. But as you can easily see here, you know, it's quite a bit of fun to do this initial grind because it gives you some time to think about who you're going to hire and what you're going to hire. And my initial impression is it will be a CMS, so we'll be kind of like, I don't know. I'm thinking a cloud computing company would be interesting. Software as a platform would be interesting. So you can do all of those. We could potentially build just an economic company, and all they do is build out economic tools. Okay, so we're at 34,000, right? So I said I would hire somebody, and I put $20,000 in here. So I've got that piece done. We've got $14,000 left over. We've got 3 grand there. We are going to take on one more contract, which is you, and we are going to go ahead and assign that. And we are going to take that cash. We are going to push this up here, and we are going to start thinking about getting that software developed. So we said we would probably consider doing a 2D editor. 2D editor we said would be NARS 2D1 D1, and that will only include pixel manipulation. We will add the growing of this. Excellent. So the next Slim 4, and since you've got a really good user base, we're going to go ahead and add that. So go ahead and develop. No. So marketing is another piece in this game, and I'll talk quite a bit more about how that market cycle system works. It's really, really clever. And it adds an entirely interesting level to the game. We want this stuff to be high priority, and this shit can sit on the back burner. Okay, so we've got our first one done, and I think I'm going to call it there for this stream. I'm going to go ahead and take some notes, and then I will see you guys next time. Hopefully I'll be able to get another video out next week. And so, yes, we will move on from there, but I will see you guys later, and have a good day.